Okay, a little inspector theater. All right.
Can I come in?
Come on in, Mr. Fire. The door's open for you.
You always make me feel so warm and welcome.
See, this door is supposed to have a self-closing spring on it. And some people say, well, the code inspector didn't say so, or it wasn't required then, and whatever, right? Yeah, I get that. I get all that. And a spring, it's annoying. A spring is annoying because when you're bringing the groceries in, it closes all the time. So I get that too. But the door is supposed to have a self-closing spring on it to separate the garage space from the living space, because fires happen in garages, a lot of fires. And what we want to do is we want to separate the living space from the garage space. We want to compartmentalize that, because although there are things in the garage that are important to us, there are more things in the house, inside the house, that are important to us. Like, I don't know, our family, our friends, and our documentations for legal documents and investment documents and art, and jewelry, and the list goes on. Pets, they understand they have a cat, so we'll close that. So it's supposed to have a self-closing spring. And this garage floor is cracked right here. When you see the scarring like this, that's called a clue. All right, we know that this house has experienced some foundation repair. We know that. But that's not why we're here. Wait a minute. I'm still, bonus round stuff, part 2. We've got vents on our ceilings. Okay? Just like we're supposed to compartmentalize the garage from the living space, we're supposed to compartmentalize the garage from the attic space. All right? So somebody said, well, I'm going to ventilate my attic. I'm going to put these holes in the garage there and, get some of the heat load off of our heads. Now the fire just jumps right up in there. This door is okay. And see this material, and we got some movement. Of course, we had some foundation repair. We got some movement on the ceiling. You see this popcorn ceiling? Okay, I don't do environmental tests. I don't test for asbestos, mold, or anything like that. I can't tell you that it's asbestos, and I don't know if it's asbestos. I really don't. But I do know that asbestos is in a lot of popcorn ceilings. Okay, the texture. My opinion is that it's not worth testing. You just treat it as if it were asbestos. Meaning that if you're okay with this texture, just paint over it. That's called encapsulation. The EPA is good with that. All right, and if you're going to remove it, that means you get the kids out of the house. It means you wear personal protection. Personal protection. Okay, you wear that. All right, you scrape it all off and you bag it up. Damp mop, sweep, damp mop, sweep, damp mop, sweep again. Get it all out. It's all in a bag. And you take it to an environmental waste disposal place. And most of them are free. Depending on your municipality. So you take it and you just get rid of it. You just treat it like it's asbestos. You're going to do all those things anyway, even if it wasn't asbestos. It's not going to change, the protocol that you should take, except the way that you actually dispose of it. That's the only thing that changes. I think a home inspector was here before. Got a green dot over here. A lot of home inspectors like to put those dots out there. I do too. All right. No GFCI. That's what they're telling us. That's what that green dot means. So, but we're here for the door opener, the garage door opener. And I like to add some things to it because, one, it's important that you see that it works today. And two, it's kind of a minor thing, so we kind of roll some stuff in. Okay, we got a metal overhead door. We got a pull handle inside of it. That's a good thing. Now this manual door lock, it should have been decommissioned, because you could lock the door and then you could push the button and it accidentally bend it up. These optic sensors are supposed to be closer to the floor than 6 inches. These optic sensors are too high. Coming along here, these screws, those are not insulated screws. You should have insulated staples. Insulated staples. This is a sales call. Yes, spam risk. Good home, this is Bud. Over where? Oh, okay. So we got pull handle inside, that's a good thing. Now, on each corner, there should be a spring tension notice. There should be a spring tension notice on each corner. That's still him. All right. And inside on the door, there should be a warning notice. We have emergency pull handle, that's a good thing. That's our... Come on. This poor video never had a chance. This poor video never had a chance. We got a coil spring tension. It's emergency pull handle. Now coming over here, this is the control button. They got a little red dot over here. It's kind of like they had that red dot over here. Yeah, they got one. They got the red dots out, man. They got the red dots out. Well, what's going on here is two things. Is one, this button shouldn't be any closer to the ground or the threshold than 5 feet to keep little hands from coming up. And there should be a warning notice posted by this button. So what have we learned so far? The button's too low, it doesn't have a warning notice. We learned that the optic sensors are too high and we don't have insulated staples. We learned that the manual door lock should have been decommissioned. We learned that we do not have our spring tension notices on each corner, and we learned that we do not have our safety notice like the one that's supposed to be over here on that door. Okay? We don't have a safety notice here. Usually it's like a picture of a kid getting squashed or something like that. So let's do some operations. Our courtesy light's working. The action is pretty nice. Now I do not, well, it squeaks a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, I do not do block tests. Do no harm. I made a business decision not to do block tests. It's posted on my service agreement. All right, everybody had fair warning about that. If a block test is important to you, then the seller can come out here and demonstrate the block test. And I've got instructions in the report. I have instructions on how to do the block test. But this is what I do, is I just put my foot over the line, over the... Alright? So we do know that it has safety reverse. We don't know if it's adjusted properly or not. But we do know that we do have a safety reverse. And so that's the door opener. Okay. Tension, warning notice, manual door lock, optic sensors too high, staples are not insulated, closer to the floor than 5 feet, no warning notice here. And this door is not GFCI protected. And when this home was built, it wasn't required to be GFCI protected, but that's a safety device, so that, you know, Texas Real Estate Commission thinks that my client should be made aware of, and you have been duly noted.